Hello, YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Pinstar Plays Chef, episode 7. So, we are starting off with a brand new day. Every time the day rolls over, it fast forwards you to 12 noon. We're February week 2. So technically our 6th in-game day, since again each day represents a weekend. Look at this! Like, normally it's pretty dead for the first hour or so, but look at this crowd we got waiting outside the restaurant, ready to dive in and eat right off the bat, which is a good thing. We are, as we amp up our people here, our attractiveness, as well as our influence, we're going to get more and more and more people into the restaurant, which is a good thing. It's going to make things a little hectic, but that's not that's a problem you want to have. But we have a couple of new name in-game patron requests. First one I can execute right away, which I think we will. So, actually, Aurelius has tuned in and requested a specific dish. So, just to keep it fair, we are going to take your name off of the dish that I previously assigned you. No reason to get rid of the dish itself. The avocado onion bonanza is working out just fine as it is. But Aurelius's name will belong to something new. Now, a couple of things that I need to do. Aurelius has requested, or rather he said, my favorite dish is definitely Vietnamese beef pho, that's spelled P-H-O, with tendons garnished with bean sprouts, mince, chilies, and white onions. He then clarifies it's actually Thai mint, which is closer to basil, and coriander is a big part in the garnish. Now, this is probably the trickiest dish for me to replicate. I've had beef pho before. I love it. My wife especially loves pho. Whenever we go to a Vietnamese place, she will always get pho. So it is there. But the problem is we don't have bean sprouts. Like, that is not a thing in the game. The closest I can think of in both taste and texture, and it's also an ingredient I've been meaning to pick up anyway, is leeks. So I'm going more for a similar taste and texture. I know leeks are not bean sprouts. That's the closest thing of our offerings and available items that I can think of. We also, he did also mention coriander, and that is a thing. So we will definitely pick up coriander. I will never begrudge adding to our spice mix here. And of course white onions. And again, there's no Thai mint, but he mentioned that it's closer to basil, and we have basil. I might actually use basil and mint to sort of approximate that. And we got the chili peppers already. So fantastic. I don't think this warrants any others, so we'll lock those in. Now, as far as the template goes, we're going to use the soup template. Because pho is a very brothy, soupy, noodly dish, much like Ertie's thing. So it's not more. It's more about the stuff inside the soup than the liquid itself. But it's more, at the end of the day, more of a soup. So we're going to use that template because we also have we need to add more entries into our soup section of our menu. So why not? Let's just make this a little bit, let's differentiate this. Although I think that's the same image that we use for the, there, you know what, there. We use the leaf one on top. Aurelius is Vietnamese beef pho. All right, let's dive in. Okay, here we are. Aurelius's Vietnamese beef pho. We kick in our higher quality ingredients. We got our onions and our blonde beer, just as a little flavoring agent. I don't know how true this is to pho. I may be committing several cardinal sins with this particular preparation, but I've done as best I can with the tools given. This is a little bit more on the expensive dish side of things, but that's okay. I know I'm breaking my 333 rule, but we do need quite a bit of beef in order to get both the beef tag and the carbs tag from all the noodles, plus the spice tags. I mean, it would be sacrilegious if we had pho without the spices tag on there. And despite being a soup, we don't actually have the veggie tags because the veggies kind of play second fiddle, which I think is kind of true to pho, to be honest. So here we go. Now, if we add this to the menu, yep, oh, I was afraid of that. So look what this did. Look what this did. It gave us the meat offer, which now, yeah, it gives us more attractiveness to family low and tourist low, but it gives us -10 to vegetarian and -50 to vegans. We have lost all of our vegans and half of our vegetarians. I do not want that. We need to avoid this tag. So we need to do some editing of our menu here. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to take our chicken and rice dish, and we're just going to nerf the amount of chicken in it until it loses the meat tag. We're still at a high quality dish here. It just doesn't quite have enough chicken to qualify for the meat tag, which is fine. That will then remove it from there, and yes, we've lost the meat offer perk, quote unquote. And we have gained a soup with the meat tag, which is quite nice actually. $9.99 for you. Yeah, every time you edit a dish, it resets the price, so we gotta make sure. Call you $11.99 since you are a more expensive dish. Just like with the Cameron Salisbury steak, which we might actually be removing as well later on. But chicken and rice, very nice. Is good as well. Now, my other name in-game patron, Larissa, has spoken up that she wants a particular type of salad, but her salad involves a lot of ingredients that we don't yet have, and I do not have the ingredient points to make that happen. In that case, what I am going to do, however, is we have built up quite a bit of experience points. What I think I'm going to do is we're going to go the rest of the way in on our pie here. So if we go here, that'll use up 3 points, but now we have 1 additional editor perk available to our pies. Also, does anybody else have any unspent skill points besides myself? No? Good. Now, what does that do for our pies? Well, let's take a look at our pies again. So if we go to, say, onion surprise pie, now we have a new icon down here, and it's essentially the same thing. It is a balanced... it's another requirement that if you meet, you get another 10 points in skills. And so in this case, we need to have 10 or less ingredients used in the recipe, and our onion surprise pie already qualifies for that. Because I kind of naturally try to use 10 or fewer, just because my OCD doesn't like going down to the 3rd row unless I'm going crazy with the recipe. So we just overwrite this, and it is now 10 points better just because we upgraded the template. So huzzah! Let's go check the rest of the menu, see if our other pies are working out. Yep, 10 ingredients counts for it. So now we're up to 134 here. The Josh Berry pie, also 10 ingredients exactly. And the what's the country pie? 10 ingredients. Can't complain. Cannot complain at all. So let me just reset our prices here. To $9.99, $9.99, $9.99. Oops. And $9.99. Beautiful. All right. Now for our other one, there's a few other perks that I'm fishing for. So we've got the carbs preparation variety. We've got the seafood preparation variety. We actually have a couple of different veggie dishes to our name, but not enough to qualify for the vegetables preparation variety. But we're close, so we might as well go for it. So what I think we're going to do here, go to vegetables, and I had an idea. I had an idea here to sort of move one of our meat tags around to a different section while still getting a different veggie template used. So we're going to go for roasted vegetables here. We might need another oven because we have a lot of roasted recipes to our name. Now what I'm going to do here, since we know we cannot add another meat tag without triggering the meat offer here, and we don't want to trigger that, what I want to do is I want to spread my meat tags out across the menu. So we know we have one meat tag in the soup. We've got one meat tag in the appetizers, but we have two meat tags in the main dishes here, main courses. And if you have a particularly voracious carnivore that wants to order meat, a person cannot order more than one item from each menu section. But if we spread the meat tags out, they'll be able to order all these different meat dishes because they're all in different categories. So you can have a meat lover be satisfied with our menu despite not having enough meat dishes to trigger the unwanted meat offer. So I'm gonna get rid of the Cameron Salisbury steak. I know it pains me, but don't worry, Cameron. We'll be reusing your name. You're not losing your name in game here. So we're gonna take that out, and then let's make one more new recipe with our new roasted vegetables. And this is going to be a side dish because we don't have a meat in there. And now you might say, well, Pinstar, I thought you were doing a veggie dish. Why are you talking about the meat? Well, we're going to add enough meat to this dish to give it the meat tag, despite it not explicitly being a meat dish. What would be the best coloration for this? Yeah, why not? So this is going to be Cameron's Thanksgiving special. So one meat that I realized we have not been using at all, or we have not used at all, is turkey. So then I got to thinking of turkey, and then thinking of, what if we did some Thanksgiving-y type ingredients? Oh yeah, that reminds me, speaking of ingredients, we got to pick up a veggie table. I don't know about you, but I have asparagus all the time at Thanksgiving. So we're going to grab asparagus and use that. All right, back to the recipe editor. So yeah, this is going to be a turkey, but I mean, ultimately we do have to have vegetable tagged ingredients in here as well. So I'll see you guys on the flip side. Okay, we are done. Cameron's Thanksgiving special, turkey, mashed potatoes with a side of asparagus, and shallots mixed into the potatoes themselves, and the potatoes are nice and buttery. The flour there is to be mixed with the turkey juices for a nice gravy to pour all over it. So there we go. We don't actually have any 2-star ingredients at the moment, so this is going to be a 4.5 chef hats, but we'll upgrade something in due time. But I just wanted to make, I wanted to use the turkey. It's a good meat, and it's also one of the cheaper ones. This is a fairly cheap dish to make, despite that. So then, yeah. let's go over to our menu, and since we took off that steak, we should be able to add our Thanksgiving special to the menu without triggering that. Excellent. So yeah, we will $9.99 EU. So now we've got our meat tags nice and spread out. We've got a meaty side dish, a meaty soup, a meaty main course with the Boyd burger, and a meaty appetizer with the beef bourguignon. We can't add any more meats to the menu, but this is as spread out as we can get. All right, excellent. All right, now I think we're pretty good. Let me just make sure I didn't forget to reset any of our other things. All of our prices are good, so let the day simulate. We may need some more tables and or waiters. If this is how busy the day is going to start itself, well, let's see. This may have just been an early opening morning rush here, so we shall see. Oh, we do have more. Well, another person. Who's our solo? White collar, come on in. Food enthusiasts, gourmets. Yeah, and not a cheapskate to be found. Just the way I like it. Alright, no special events on this particular day, but that's okay. Alright, we got more people showing up. Good, good. We'll have to play it by ear to see here. White collar, good. Got everybody nice and busy. I'm gonna look. Let me look at my oven here, because if something is going to become overburdened, it is going to be the oven with the mixture of dishes that we have here. But it seems to be holding its own at the moment, which is good. Oops. Okay, things are starting to fill up here, which is not a bad thing. And this is just the 2 p.m. The dinner rush is going to be even crazier. All right, so let's preempt this by adding to capacity, adding some more tables so that we can get that capacity up here. Now, we did get some more newer tables. We could make these sort of like a two different types of dining rooms here, just slightly different styles. Can we squeeze you in? Yes, we can. We can squeeze you in. Beautiful. All right. So let's, on this side here, let's go with a different table. I don't actually think do these cost anymore? No, they're just different options. These kind of look like picnic-y tables, though. Not sure I really like these particular offerings. Like, as you go up in level, you get even more offerings for it. But you know what? I think I'm going to stick with the same unified ones. If we go to another restaurant, I might do a completely different set of tables. Ooh, that's beautiful. That's kind of beautiful. Yeah, let's get a couple of these. Can we fit the twofer down here? We cannot. That's okay. We can put a couple of twofers over here. I'm just going to spring for one of the twofers, because we want to have at least some operating cash in case we need it. Ooh, why did the game pause on me? Aha! Advertisement policies unlocked. Blog advertisement policies are now available. All right. Also, we still don't have any flyers going. Do we want to go for the low budget tourists? Is that worth $240 per day? I don't know. Not yet, anyway. We're still keeping up with the billboards. That is absolutely the case. But customer attraction. Ooh, we could go for the food enthusiasts. Because yeah, we like the food enthusiasts. We absolutely like the food enthusiasts. It's going to cost us $264 a day, but I think it's kind of worth it, especially if we can get more food enthusiasts in there. The alternative would be high-budget tourists, but there's not quite as many of them. I mean, we're tied for vegetarians, but I'm going to go food enthusiasts because they'll eat anything. And then back here to flyers. I mean, low budget families are going to be important to us later. Blue collar workers, not so much. But you know what? Low budget tourists. Yeah, let's go for them. Let's do more advertising. Get more people in the door. We'll probably transition to the families once we start building them up. And yeah, I'm looking at our chefs here. We're probably going to need another chef. Just to, if I mean, they're keeping up with the pace, but I can tell you right now, they're already getting tired, and it's only 2:36. They need help. They will need additional help. Ricardo, get in there. All right, Ricardo, what do we got for you? So yeah, we're going to do the whole same thing with him. You go pure energy, and then you're just going to start learning new dishes here. We'll give you quick prep on all of these. Actually, no. If we do that, we quick prep this, and this. Now we can give level 2 to 2 other dishes. Which I think main courses is a good one. We'll do soups. We added a couple of soups. I'm still gonna make my chefs all-rounders here. Actually, I might just tell Ricardo, don't bother making desserts. You can make everything but desserts. But otherwise, I like to keep my chefs pretty much all-rounders. And we have enough prep surfaces for everybody, so that will keep them going. I am seeing some people were waiting. Did we lose? Are we lose? Yeah, we lost people at the door. We need more waiters too. So let's go back to staff. Search for new candidates. How close are we to our next popularity level? Yeah, we'll go for a little bit more. That way we get 2 of each. Giacomo, the waiter. Actually, we should hire 2 more waiters just to keep. I like to overhire on our staff, only because it gives us our it gives everyone a little bit chance to have a breather. So I think these 2 are going to be one will be a get the door type, and the other will be a service type. So one. Yeah, here Giacomo gets the door, and then Lily 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Beautiful. Alright, Giacomo gets the door, Lily serves. And that should keep up with our new demand here. Let's slow things down just to make sure our new staff is effectively keeping pace. There are a few other items that we could probably pick up here now that the money is starting to flow in pretty aggressively here. We can get some other kitchen appliances to help our chefs out. So the fridges here, these reduce ingredients costs on all of our dishes, which will give us a bit more in the way of profits. And we can place several of these and they will stack in their effectiveness. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this sort of this back section of my kitchen be the place that houses that. And I think, yeah, you can stack up to 3 of them. So now our ingredient costs are 6% less. You know, we're spending money a lot more aggressively here, but that's by design. We may even want to hire another chef here, just so that we can start giving breaks. Because now at this point, energy use is going to be a thing. In fact, Ruby, why don't you take a break? By clicking on the ZZZ, we tell them to basically go idle, don't work, which is a good thing because then that will allow them to regenerate their energy. Now that only leaves 3 chefs to cook, but we're not so busy that, 3 chefs can certainly keep up. And then later on, when there's a lull or when Surface gets busy, Ruby will be nice and rested. And again, if energy runs all the way out, they will take that morale hit. And I'm not paying them enough to naturally regenerate their morale that quickly. So we'll want to keep that in mind. Now the workload is spread thin enough across our servers here that their energies are they're tempering their energies. The chefs, it's definitely a lot more draining on the chefs. And yeah, we are in a little bit of a lull here. This is the time between then. So things are going to be naturally a little bit quieter, which is good. I mean, when there's nothing to do, everybody, even if you're not explicitly sending them on breaks, everybody gets to regenerate their energy here when they are idle. So you don't have to tell them to take a break. All right, we've got quite a few ingredient points here. We might be able to... 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Yes. Okay. We can actually do Larissa's dish. She has requested a dish. Now I had to wait for a bunch of ingredient points in order to pull this off. But now that we have that. So, Larissa has said, my favorite dish is a kind of sweet salad. I make it with lettuce, spinach, sweet onion, green onion, red onion, cranberries, raisins, oranges, walnuts, almonds, and homemade croutons. For spices, I use oregano, thyme, and basil. I serve it with a red wine vinaigrette. It's made from olive oil, red wine vinegar, and a vegan Dijon mustard, oregano, and a little salt and pepper to taste. I don't add any meat or dairy as I'm vegan. So we have a real-life vegan in our midst. And I certainly want to honor that as best I can. She mentioned raisins and orange, so that's 2 ingredients there. And now she's, I've been meaning to do this, but Larissa has given me the thrust to break into the nuts category with walnuts and almonds. All the other ingredients they have, the only other one that she mentioned that we can't do is cranberries. Which, I mean, I would have added that to the Thanksgiving dish if we had cranberries, but unfortunately cranberries are not in the game, so I cannot include the cranberries. But everything else I think we can make happen. All right, let's fire up the recipe editor, and this is explicitly a salad. Larissa's sweet salad. Also, I'll take Larissa's name off the other dish. I forget what dish we assigned to her before. All right, red wine vinaigrette. No, it does not have bacon bits. I'm just tweaking, playing with the... the croutons were not wrong. They're, yeah, we'll leave that like that. There we go. All right, let's see if I can't make this happen. All right, here we are, Larissa's sweet salad. The only other ingredient that we don't have is mustard, which is odd. You'd think that, but we've got all the other offerings. including the red wine vinegar, or red wine vinaigrette, olive oil. I put in a little bit of bread here for croutons, but not enough for the carbs tag. But one thing I did do is, just because, and this is more for gameplay reasons, I pumped up the almonds here and the walnuts enough to qualify for the nut tag. This is our first dish to qualify for the nut tag. It alone will not spawn any menu perks, but we can maybe work towards that for future dishes. Plus the fruit tag, and it is vegan approved. So there we go. Larissa's sweet salad. We also needed to keep it because it's actually almost the heavyweight category, and we do not want that. So we will add that, and then also let's 999 you, and then Larissa's 1000 joules. We need to just rename this. Also, I realized I messed up the Mitch Hedberg quote, which is what I was going with, the 1,000. It's actually 2,000. So, 2,000 of something. Also, I think this... No, that's fine as is. So, there we go. And we needed another salad anyway, so hey, why not? Did that do anything to our tags here? Oh, we did gain and I think this was with the Thanksgiving dinner one, the carbs specialization, which is a good one because it doesn't carry any downsides. We got vegan friendly. Is that new? I knew we had vegetarian friendly, but I think I picked up the vegan friendly too, which is a good thing. Yeah. All right. I think we're flying high here. So let us carry on. Actually, what other dishes do we have here? So we've got 4 soups. We need one more side dish. So you know what? Let's grab one more side dish and see if we can't get a new menu perk before the dinner rush. Going back to my original plan here of grabbing up different vegetable templates. So we picked up the roast veggies. You know what? Our steamer doesn't get a lot of love. So let's go for the steamed veggies. We'll pick up that template. And then let's see what we can make with it. One other thing that I want to grab here before we dive into that, because there is a menu perk that I don't know how many you need to trigger this. Many vegetarian ingredients and many vegan ingredients. So the more different ingredients that we can put in that are vegetarian or vegan, the more likely it is that we are to get this. Yeah. Actually, there's a few that we haven't actually used yet, so let's use the ones that we haven't done yet. Steamed, not sauteed. Steamed veggies. There we go. All right, the Veggie Melt, and we're going to make that a side dish because we need a 4th side dish here. All right, here we are, the Veggie Melt with broccoli as the star. I realize we have not yet used broccoli, and broccoli and cheese goes well together, and we want more dairy tags. So yeah, if we kick this into 2 stars, 117 is our dish quality, and I even managed to, with a cheese dish, get this as the healthy, because I do want to work our way up to the 2nd tier of the healthy offer perk, so this will help us on our way. Side dish, Veggie Melt. And I saw a couple of perks shift around here. What did we gain here? Aha! vegetable preparations variety. So more food enthusiasts and gourmet attraction, plus some attraction to the vegetarians and vegans. We are one away from... Hang on, $9.99. $9.99. Do we have? No, we need one more salad, and we can get the structured menu one. So we'll be working on that in our next episode. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya!